Welcome back everyone, and in this video we're going to be discussing what has been happening with ERLC updates recently and what we can be expecting over the next year. So everyone knows that over the past year we have been receiving fewer and fewer updates in ERLC, from smaller updates with fewer features to less frequent updates, and fall last year really displayed that with no updates between Halloween and Christmas. Now looking back, we used to receive updates every other week often, and even some updates every weekend, and as you can see we always received information about the updates, and these updates always included a lot, and we received loads of events, and we even received times and countdowns for these updates, which means we didn't have to predict and wait every weekend to see if a update will release. And as we have seen recently, these updates have been getting fewer and fewer, with updates not even releasing on time like the summer updates, and we have seen more updates releasing after the weekend due to the updates not being ready to release. The good news is ERLC do have more updates than other games, and we're going to be talking about some reasoning behind why updates have slowed down and we have been receiving less features in the game. Starting off, the game has been getting bigger and bigger, and the growth has been so much over the years, which means that the updates have to be much better to meet the community standards, and there is way more bugs with these bigger features and a bigger map. The updates also have to keep up with other games in 2025, and people's expectations on what to expect on Roblox is a lot more than it used to be, as you can now create so much more than you could before, with more detail expected in games, with Roblox adding newer and better systems over the years, meaning that like a few years ago, ERLC can't just add some items into a building and people would like it. Now they have to add detail in every area, and all this takes way more time to develop things for the game, since the developers want to meet the expectations in 2025, and it takes more time to create these updates. ERLC is also 7 years old, and like any game, when you first start out, it is so much easier to create updates, since there is so many features you need to add to your game to make it functional, and you have to update a lot to get your game to a point where there is plenty of features people can use, rather than there just being an empty map. So these are some of the reasons why updates have slowed down over the last year, and I'm sure there's some other reasons, but let's now talk about some positives about the updates we have been receiving recently. So nearly a year ago now, when Sam, or Crywink, was hired to work for PRC, the team had many goals with this new team. These changes included a return to more frequent update cycles that we unfortunately have not received yet. However, they also mention improvements in immersion and realism, which we have seen a lot of in the past year, from realistic doors to vehicle tailgates opening to immersion in the murder mystery quest, and a lot more. They also said they would like to squash bugs and performance issues, which we have also seen from many quality of life updates being added over the year, with them fixing hundreds of bugs, and even buildings being changed to meshes, which improves performance for everyone. This shows they are working on their goals, and hopefully soon they can accomplish all of their goals with a more frequent update cycle. This year we have also seen more updates with highly requested features, from the rotary light bars and the pillar lights, and even the spring update, with all features that the community have been asking for. We have also seen more events being added, which has been great, from the 1 billion visits event last year to the 100 million likes event, which we had a few weeks ago. These have all been awesome and shows that the developers have been taking the community's suggestions, and we know that a FD update will be coming per everyone's request, so this is great that they have been taking in everyone's advice and suggestions. With all the updates in the past year, we have seen more detail and time taken within these updates, like the brake and reverse lights, which take a lot of time to develop, and much more detail with the new vehicles, and many other features that do take a lot of time to produce. Something I'd like to see with this over the next year is more teasers, and I know a lot of people agree with me, but these could be images showing what they are working on or adding in the next update, but at the same time not showing everything, so we are surprised sometimes with updates and features. Something which would be great to have sometimes is like what they used to do, saying that an update would be releasing this weekend, or even giving a time so we don't have to predict and wait every weekend to see if updates will release. But I think that PRC just needs to find the perfect balance between keeping the community excited by hinting updates and surprising the community sometimes with unexpected updates and features. Now, moving on, what can we be expecting over the next year? At the start of the year, the developers said that they know the community is expecting a lot, and they think it will be the best year for us yet, which means we can be expecting some more crazy updates, which we have already seen this year, and I know we can expect some more crazy updates going into the rest of the year. Now, over the past year, we have also seen more events being added, so we can expect a lot more events to return over this year, like the 4th of July, a New Year's Live event, which we haven't seen in a few years, but it looks like with recent updates like the April Fool's update, we can definitely be expecting some more of these small updates and events to be returning over the next year. The developers have also said that they are working on updating older systems in-game, so we can expect to see some of those older systems being updated across the rest of this year. And of course, we know that we can be expecting a massive FD update this year. There's a lot to look forward to over this next year and into the future, and the developers are definitely working hard behind the scenes to create some epic updates. So hopefully this gives you guys some clarity on what's been happening with the updates recently, and for the developers, some things we would like to see going into the rest of the year. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe to help out the channel, and comment below what you guys want to see added across the next year. But I'll see you guys in my next video.